My timeline is all screwed up, Dazzler, and here's what we know. They're on the field. They got the Peeps. They're ready to go right now, and we are underway with game number 1 in a matchup that, yes, as you mentioned, G2 is heavily favored to win on paper because it's hard to imagine anybody that they're going to come across in these first couple of days is going to give them too much trouble. It is Rizzo to start things off for G2, but they have to face a shot from Mist, and there is Chicago, the man of the hour, making the save.
This is an RLCS preview from both of these teams as they will be facing each other in league play when Season 8 starts. Very good to get this information now if you're the Peeps, but you also want to show that you can hang with this team because there's only 4 land spots usually. You got to make sure you get one of them. You might have to beat G2 to make it.
Gyro will take care of this ball over top of Rizzo. He's the only one downfield at the moment. Reynolds will get there. And now Mist has to come around on the other side. He does, but Rizzo is up way early for this. Gyro beaten out by Chicago, but that ball will find Reynolds, and JNaps at least respecting the shot, but it was wide, and JNaps will take over.
Excellent demo from Reynolds on to Rizzo. They couldn't follow it up in time, but that would have definitely set up a strong chance for Peeps to score first.
Rizzo watches this ball go over top as Chicago calls him off. JNaps coming on, needs one more touch. He's forced that straight down, but Mist will pop this away. Dangerous spot for the Peeps. They're not out of harm's way just yet. Another ball coming in, and Gyro will deal with it.
Oh, Chicago! A great goal there off the pass from JNaps. You see this happen in midfield. There's a lot of space after the clear from Gyro. JNaps spots Chicago. That play was called out before it even happened. And what a goal for G2 to start this series off.
Chicago figures to be a heavy hitter in this series, in this tournament. If G2 is going to come out on top, he's got another drive towards the net, and Reynolds saves it away. Rizzo will set up JNaps. Those two have been together forever. Reynolds will play one on. Didn't have a lot of power on it, so Chicago can deal with it rather easily. He can also deal with this. G2 just move around so much quicker, and I think it has a lot to do with their spacing, Daz. You very rarely see them in the same place at the same time. They always have a lot of space to work with as well, as Chicago is going to get one down to JNaps. Needs one more touch, and he does not come up with it. Chicago does, and Gyro makes the save.
Gyro, a crucial factor here in this game, especially with knowing the offensive possibilities that G2 have. They would put a laser of a shot on the net, but Gyro, a lot of field awareness and great communication. He's going to be a key thing for the Peeps if they want to really try to tie this game up.
Gyro will wait for this and needs one more touch at the midfield line. Instead, after a couple of demos, Mist will make the save on a drive from JNaps. Mist again trying to clear away. Got a big demo though from Rizzo. They took out the defensive mastermind of the Peeps. But Gyro respawns. He gets this down to Reynolds. His shot is sent away by Chicago. Not out of it yet though. Gyro's shot is denied way out in front as well. Pinched to the corner, but dealt with rather easily by G2.
You see the ball on Mist right now. Mist also another key player for the Peeps. He has to be able to pop off this game if the Peeps want to have a chance here. They are doing pretty well to start this series off. They've only allowed 1 goal in, but they cannot get past the midfield line.
JNaps wins that challenge, keeps the ball in the zone. Rizzo's up. Will there be a shot from JNaps? Yes, but it's high. Chicago misses high as well. That means more pressure on the Peeps end of the field, but they haven't got that elusive second goal to open up just a little bit of a cushion. Now to be Mist. Blocked by Chicago. Nothing doing for the Peeps. They get sent back to square one. That pinch downfield looks good in theory, but nobody downfield for the Peeps to catch up with it. Now Mist for Reynolds. Not happening. The ball's not cleared out. Gyro thought about it. Now he will make the leap. But Rizzo is right there to take possession. And again, G2 escape unharmed. 15 seconds remain. Reynolds, does he have this? One more needed. Oh, he missed. Gyro is there on the doorstep. This game is all tied up.
And this is what we needed to see. Gyro knows to be at the right place at the right time. Reynolds with a double tap. Should have scored that initially. It does bounce right in front of Gyro. Great follow-up from him. Tied up with 11 seconds to go. Peeps are not going to be a pushover in game one.
Gyro to center, looking for Reynolds. He was coming on, but JNAPS is there first. He can win it in regulation, but the shot is blocked out. And that would do it. One more clear needed. They've got that clear, and now the Peeps are going to look downfield. Chicago, he hasn't got rid of this ball. And now Gyro, he can dribble this to the corner. He doesn't have any boost. Needs to pass it off, and G2 will just play for OT.
G2, not a good spot. Ball in their corner. Best to leave this one and go for the OT. Could fare better off the kickoff. It does go their way. Chicago trying to put a shot on, but Gyro, as soon as he saw where that kickoff went, half flipped back and was able to make a save.
Missed the corner boost, and it has been taken by Rizzo, who was looking for a demo. He did not get one, but he interfered enough to open up the goal, and Chicago scores.
This is a great play here from JNAPS especially. He goes up. You're thinking there's a shot coming. No, infield pass to Chicago, who puts it up high and closes out game one. G2 ready to play in this series.
So it is the boy wonder Chicago who scores both goals for G2 on the 12th shot. 12th shot for G2. Castermath coming out there. And for the Peeps, they go back to the drawing board where they were stymied for most of that game. They came alive in the final couple of minutes and finally did get one on the board, Dazarin, but it didn't really feel like they had the upper hand at any point in that game.
That offense was mainly Chicago and JNAPS back and forth. They together had 10 shots total. You look at Peeps on the other side of the field, a lot of saves from them, but they also put in a fair number of shots, just showing that they were not going to just be an easy pushover, an easy game for G2. Scoring a goal at the last 11 seconds and losing to OT, not a bad loss here for the Peeps, and they could possibly play this series competitively against G2. We'll see if they can develop a different type of style to match G2's offense, because G2 suffocated them in that last game, and they're looking to do so again.
We know the Peeps can play solid defense. That they made 10 saves in that opening game. If they're called on to make 10 saves a game, it is going to be a very painful series for them. Let's see what happens in game two as they try to get established on the offensive end. Reynolds, he forces Chicago off the ball, looking for the demo, and that allows Mist to come through, but he's blocked. Bounce downfield. That was going to be awkward coming off the wall if Reynolds didn't kill it. And now a pass over to JNAPS. Great possession for G2. Better stuff there from Gyro to get the ball away. Can Chicago drop this down? He does, but Gyro's right there, and he puts one right on the side of Mist. Gyro has Reynolds, takes the shot himself, and Chicago, another stop. He's getting it done on both sides of the field now. The 2 goals in game 1, a couple of big saves in the first minute of game 2.
We saw Gyro go for the flick instead of passing to Reynolds. A lot of people these days expect the infield pass, but they weren't expecting the shot from Gyro. If they were, they definitely didn't expect to save it, because this one goes high, missed, out of position. Gyro looking for the cover-up, but JNAPS puts it behind the defense to score first for G2.
JNAPS has his first of the series, G2's first of game 2. Mist will not score off the kickoff, nor will Reynolds. Gyro will try his luck coming from the side, and Reynolds was right there. It's going to be an own goal.
The Peeps say they'll take that. Very unfortunate here from G2. Ball coming off the backboard in Chicago. He's nuts. What a shot from him.
That is 3 goals for Chicago for those keeping track at home. Only 2 of them count the way he wants them to. Here's Chicago again. cut out by Mist. But now Rizzo taking his time. That's deflected away by Gyro. Chain Apps now with Reddles watching from the side. He won't be able to come up. Chicago take it out of the play. So back come the Peeps. Not wasting as much time as they did in game one, getting things going offensively. They're looking a lot better, but they are still tied and facing a lot of pressure from G2. Chain Apps, nobody's there. Oh, what? That was just barely touched by a defender, and it just shot out to the back wall. The only saving grace for the Peeps. What a redirect, though. Chain Apps cashes in this time.
Chain Apps, at this point, it's expected. Into the air, beautiful redirect. Peeps defense unprepared for the shot. But if you see Chain Apps in the upper third and he's in the air, you better be prepared to make a save.
An update from the main stage, by the way. NRG is up a game on Plot Twist. We'll keep you updated in that matchup because the winner will be advancing to day 3 of DreamHack Montreal. A battle in the corner here with G2 back in front in game number 2. Gyro looking for Reddles. Instead, Chain Apps is in his way. Peeps are certainly up against it here with this G2 squad. Heavy favorites to make day 3 as soon as the bracket was released for day 1. And it's stuff like this, the reason why. Chain Apps quickly downfield again. Reddles will just be able to clear this, but he doesn't have any boost. He may not need any. Couldn't get a piece of Chain Apps.
Field pass, Chain Apps, shot off target. I can see these plays develop before they even happen, and it looks like the Peeps are as well, not necessarily folding under pressure. They're down by a goal here. They got to get on the offensive end, making sure, look at that demo from Reddles to open things up, but they lose the possession in the transition. We've seen Chain Apps, so many good shots, but he hasn't scored too many because of the defense from the Peeps. That being said, it keeps them on their own end. They aren't able to do too much yet. 1 minute and 50 seconds left, and they have to take control of this game.
The Peeps opting for the use of brute force. Reddles, oh, he almost found the angle, but it is swept away. That would have gone on the DreamHack highlight reel. Instead, it remains 2-1 to G2, and there is Mist getting back for the save. Here goes Reddles again. He will try to dribble.
Both teams very close. G2, again, trying to see if we can get to score so they can get a comfortable 2-goal lead. Peeps doing everything they can, even playing from their own back line, getting it over, back and forth trades of possession. Reddles! Banger of a shot. He has to do it by himself. He ties this game up.
Well, this is what Reddles has been trying to do for a lot of the series, the solo plays. This time the field is wide open ahead of him, one man to beat, and he beats him to tie the game. The Peeps have not gone quietly in this series despite being overmatched on paper. And now Mist wins a challenge over towards Reddles, tried to get in the way of Rizzo. But Rizzo, he's been around the block a few times and he's able to get around that. 55 seconds remain. Could be another overtime coming in, but that ball is headed dangerously close to the Peeps net, and it finds its way in from Chicago.
Peeps were looking for an aggressive offense, but Gyro cannot beat Chicago to the ball. What power behind that shot, Chicago. Great work from him. This is going to be a big lead for G2. 46 seconds remaining. Can they hold the Peeps to 2 goals?
Gyro will dribble around, but that is immediately picked off by Chicago, and he went for some interference in front of the net as well. Chain Apps makes the save. The Peeps will try to rush out of the zone. Chain Apps stopped by 1. Now Gyro, that'll go off of Chicago, and go figure, there happens to be a teammate over there. It's almost like they planned it that way. G2 on top of their game when they need it most. Down to 15 seconds to hold on here. Gyro can't force that through Chain Apps. That does get through. Loose in front, and Rizzo bombs it away again. Reddles with the last chance for the Peeps. There's a miss, but that is not a miss from Chain Apps. That is as close to a kill as you can get. The Peeps will keep this alive, but They have to go literally the length of the field, and G2 are all over them, and game 2 is all over.
Game 2 done with here. G2 take this one, looking to close out the series. They are putting in a lot of offensive pressure. 3-2 though, they bring this game back. The Peeps looked like they had some life. They were starting to show it, but at the end of the day, it was a lack of confidence on the field, especially when the ball was in midfield. They just weren't able to compete with G2 on the challenges. Too slow. They know they should be up for the challenge, but the reaction is just not there in time. It just didn't feel like they had any control of this game. It feels like they're playing scared, waiting for G2 to make touches, and then try to counterattack based off of that. But you can't give space to this G2 squad. We've seen them time and time again. JNA's put on absolute bangers of a performance in this game, and they're looking to close out the series next game.
The shots in that game, 12-4. You wouldn't have known it looking at the goal count, but the Peeps did cash in on the very limited opportunities that they had. Of course, there was also the own goal. That played a huge factor in the Peeps hanging around in this game. Looking ahead, though, you have to wonder how many times can the Peeps come oh so close before they just start sulking and getting frustrated. G2 is going to try to break their spirits in Game 3. Rizzo on the kickoff. That's a good start for G2, but the demo not so much. Mist needs one more. That'll be easily sent away by Jane Apps. And G2, they have been in the driver's seat for this whole series. They have not trailed much, if at all. Rizzo to play this down, but they do not get out of the zone. Rare opportunity for Reynolds to give the Peeps the lead, and he does.
And I can see Reynolds already playing as fast as he can here. A great effort to keep the ball in midfield. A nice flip into it. Beautiful shot from him. He opens this game up for the Peeps.
So the Peeps get an early advantage that they may almost cough up. It's Rizzo backing off this play for the moment so that he can retool. It'll be Jane Apps now. He's forced that ball through, but Mist gets it out of the way for now. He doesn't have anything else to work with, though. Neither does Rizzo, but he makes the challenge anyways, and he will steal some boost out of the Peeps' end. Trying to be a nuisance on the offensive end, and he did just enough. As Chicago comes in, the defense was frozen, Dazarin.
Nothing they could do. Gyro too late to the ball and Mist stuck in net. No one able to challenge Rizzo in the corner either. They give up that goal. G2 will take that all day as they tie this one.
So the Peeps lead, very short-lived. Right back where we started just a minute ago. Reynolds misses here. High risk, minimal reward play, doesn't pan out. But he does get over top of one. The problem is the second guy. They haven't beaten them much at all so far in this series. Jane Apps against Mist. This does win this one. To Gyro. Popped straight up, and Rizzo just guides this to the side. And again, minimal pressure from the Peeps. When they have scored, it has really just been a quick hitter. One and done in the offensive end. Not many rebound opportunities. Reynolds will try to center here. Instead, the ball is cleared away, as even though he got a piece of Rizzo, the defense for G2 was all over the net.
Yeah, even with the pressure of the Peeps looming and being down by a goal, look at G2 still in control, still showing confidence when they bring this ball up, not scared to overcommit at all. Rizzo, being a great third man in the backfield, stops that shot from Gyro, and they just move it downfield and turn it into plays, seeing what they can set up. The Peeps looking to get in front of anything they can, and that's why this one's been so close as we approach the halfway point here.
Gyro and Jane Apps both come up empty, but they're not on the same page. That ball bounced off of Gyro, and Reynolds wasn't ready for it. Everybody missing here. And now the ball will bounce out of the corner. It is Jane Apps coming on. Chicago has to rotate out as well, and Rizzo will apply just a bit of token pressure. Rizzo misses here, but he got missed. JNaps looking for Chicago, finding Reynolds instead. Reynolds to center. It is missed coming on, but he's back way too far. And here comes G2 again, looking to break the tie, and Reynolds is in the way.
You should see Rizzo going all cylinders forward on the ball, making sure he's there as quickly as he can. Stop the offense, put this ball back into the Peeps end, and continue to keep up the pressure here for G2. The Peeps running out of steam at this point. 1 minute and 30 seconds left. They cannot set up any offense.
Up high in front, Gyro coming on after the miss. But we are still tied up. Reynolds faked the challenge, went for the boost. Boost over ball almost cost him a goal. But the defense stands tall for the Peeps.
He got lucky that Rizzo, wait.
Chicago, big drive.
Another shot from JNaps. It will get cleared out. Gyro is going to try to play this one forward with 1 minute remaining. Peeps hold on defense. G2, great effort here on offense. A lot of good shots, high quality, but not enough to stop the Peeps just yet. There's still fight here. Chicago looking for a touch. Gyro looking to redirect it, but the ball's being played in midfield as these two teams battle for possession.
The problem is the Peeps need to make those plays at midfield, right? That mid-air redirect at the center line, because they're not getting much of this, but this time they convert. It's missed.
Excellent shot from Miss Reynolds. Pass out in front and a beautiful redirect from Miss. That's the nicest shot we've seen from him all series long. If he can keep it up, the Peeps are back.
It's the only shot we've seen from him that has gone into the net. His first goal of the series. Now Reynolds lets that one go over him, and Rizzo takes him out of the play and gets possession back to his teammate. Now JNaps for Rizzo. Coming up clutch, no. Cleared away off the line by Reynolds. Another chance. This will go all the way to the corner. Does find its way through. Rizzo can't keep it in the zone. Chicago and JNaps converge. Now it's G2 that has to go the length of the field. Else they will not be able to sweep the Peeps, and they will not. The Peeps hang around, winning Game 3.
They win Game 3, not necessarily convincing in any manner. They worked very hard for that. G2 completely dominated the pitch that game. They still, though, drop a goal, and they will lose by 1 goal, but by no means is this one going to be any easier for the Peeps as the series continues on. G2 looked like a monster out there on the field, and Peeps, they're doing what they can to get by.
Only 5 shots that game for the Peeps. That's about their average in this series. They are not getting a ton of opportunities. G2, on the other hand, they are. They did outshoot the Peeps in that game, but the scoreboard doesn't lie. It is 2-1 to the Peeps in that game, 2-1 to G2 in the series. But as we see so often, Daz, the team goes up 2-0 in these best of fives. They don't win Game 3 to close it out. The pressure starts to shift a little bit to try and avoid a reverse sweep. See if the Peeps can get any momentum going out of this win.
The problem is here is that G2, this roster's been together for quite some time. They're very competitive players. They don't look like they're a team that necessarily does get rattled unless it's against a team that they feel is on their caliber. If that might be BM, but I do feel like they underestimate Peeps going into this matchup. Peeps should be able to use that to their advantage, though, and to catch G2 off guard. Maybe if they force a Game 5, we might see a shaken G2, but I feel like they just had a game to give here.
Well, now they have a game to get back. JNaps drops that one down to Reynolds. G2, see if they're back on form. It'll be missed off the corner, but nobody there. So Rizzo will play it all the way downfield. It is dropped in front, and Reynolds sends it away. Missed with a drive, and that beat one defender. Chicago was up at the crossbar to send it away, though. And now he's downfield. This is how quickly G2 moves. Another opportunity. JNaps off the bar, and Gyro is right there.
JNaps is the player to watch here, especially when he's on that offensive half. The man can shoot from anywhere. And once he gets heated up, he's going to be hard to stop as he's going to try to take this one from his own end. And guys, to get past Gyro first, though, again, I just feel like G2 underestimating the Peeps a bit here. If the Peeps can use that to their advantage, they could probably force game 5 for sure.
That would just be par for the course here in Montreal. So many game 5s, so many overtimes. A lot of teams that have been underestimated coming into this have come to play with a lot to prove. Reynolds has an own goal, though, and I'm sure he would love to skip this.
Yeah, this is not the best goal you want to score here if you're Reynolds. Very unfortunate here for the Peeps. I mean, this is not the best start ever. It's going to hurt them in their confidence moving forward for sure. G2, they're probably laughing it off right now as they got a 1-goal lead for free.
NRG, by the way, have made their way into day 3. They survived down in the lower bracket with minimal difficulty, a 3-0 sweep over Plot Twist. So as fun as Plot Twist was to watch this weekend, their weekend is now over, and all eyes now shift to Dignitas and Lotus on the main stage. Reynolds almost scored here to tie things up in game 4, but he does not, and now JNaps will just let that one go away. Reynolds coming over. Off the corner, and nobody waiting for this. Gyro way too far away. And Reynolds, all he can do is play this coming off the back wall. JNaps has Chicago already up, but the ball took a left turn at Albuquerque and he's not able to adjust.
G2 very smart with how they're moving this ball down the field. They're letting the Peeps bring it to their end, making sure they have full boost and say, okay, let's try to move the ball downfield now. And they have these long counterattacks, great pass plays through the Peeps defense. The Peeps can't stop. The next thing they know, the ball's right in front of their goal line.
JNaps will bring another one in. The lead remains for G2. It almost made it 2-0. Gyro trying to get around Rizzo, and he actually has missed, has a shot, beats the defense, and it's in.
This is an effort from Mist here on the play. Rizzo looking for the back pass, doesn't go the way he wants. Mist hops on the ball very quickly and puts a nice quality shot in to tie this up.
Use that to their advantage, as you called it. The Peeps are being allowed to hang around in this series, and they've tied up game 4 now. Rizzo up the ladder against Reynolds. Now Chicago can score from here, but Mist is in his way. Rizzo can't win the challenge, but it does find its way back to JNaps. JNaps, after a demo by Rizzo, is not able to follow the play. That is well defended by the Peeps, and G2 taking their time getting boosted up to go downfield.
G2 will always take their time, too. They know that once they can get the ball on their own end, they set up some really solid plays that's hard to defend. Peeps have to read that and just get to the ball a lot faster and really not make G2 feel like they're in control. They have to play around G2 and force G2 to be in tough spots. Looks like they're doing that here on this drive as the ball's in front, but Rizzo, demo on Gyro, and JNaps puts a shot in just to show the Peeps, hey, we are G2 Esports and we're here.
Final minute of regulation in game 4. Another must win for the Peeps. Trying to stay alive in the upper bracket. That's going to be sent away. Reynolds now needs one more to center. Rizzo says no. Mist will try anyways, and Gyro can't follow the play up with a shot on target. Gyro will collect this out of the side. He doesn't have any boost. JNaps does. So does Rizzo. So does Chicago. He's trying to run interference, but nothing happens for G2 on that entry into the zone. 20 seconds remain. Rizzo looking to snipe the corner, and Gyro sends it away.
Mist powering that downfield. Rizzo last man. This could be an offensive play here, but guess what? The rotation comes through for G2 in time. Ball gonna hang here with 5 seconds left in the midfield. The Peeps want to carry it. They should have to kill it. They're playing this one from their corner. It will fall, and we do have OT.
Remember, The own goals we've seen in this series, one from Chicago that proved inconsequential, one from Riddles that right now kind of stings a little bit for the Peeps. Chicago trying to take this himself. Gyro gets in the way. Every trip into the zone on either side could spell the end of this overtime, could spell the end of this series. Riddles. Mist is going to let him play it. One more. Mist. No, it's Gyro coming on. Now Mist. And that goes to the corner.
Offense from Peeps starting off strong here. Ball will bounce out and Mist. A great touch there. He keeps the offensive possession for the Peeps. They don't want to afford to lose any speed now, but look how far back Gyro is. You would think that's a bad spot, but it's actually great. Peeps are applying a lot of offense while respecting G2 on their own half as well, and it's working out. They got some close shot chances. JNaps had to make an epic save.
JNaps off the corner, but that's still out in front. Gyro keeps the play alive, but only momentarily. Chicago misses there. Reynolds had to respect it, though, so that's the only play he can come up with. JNaps, tough angle that he almost converted on and would have ended the series. Would have put G2 one series away from day 3. Now JNaps for Chicago, no.
Bumps are coming out for G2, very big here. JNaps looking for a shot. I kept telling you, it's threatened. They missed. Epic save in front. They got to clear this one out. The pressure from G2's going. They can't afford to give up another goal. They're down by 1 in the series here. We need to see more as that one from Reynolds will go across the goal line. Back and forth, but no one can get this ball in the net.
Into the 3rd minute of OT, JNaps with a big clear downfield. That goes over Mist. It is only Reynolds to deal with this. It's down in front. Chicago went behind the defense, and it's saved by who else but Gyro.
Save there, Gyro. Great clear out. He is a monster on the field for the Peeps right now, but this is still not over yet. 2 minutes and 30 seconds in. JNaps, he tries to get through to Mist, but he holds firm on defense. Reynolds will look to get the clear away. Everything going on at once. Physical plays off ball, shots and saves. These guys are giving everything in this OT.
And now it will be JNaps over 1, but Gyro is there on the back line. Chicago stuffed by Mist. Now 3 minutes of overtime gone by. Reynolds denied by JNaps. This will bounce out for Naps, but Mist wins the challenge. Gyro, stopped by Rizzo. Follow up is stopped. Mist coming on, and that's going to go off to the corner. One more chance, though. Mist not relenting a bit, and he'll even take some boost on his way out of the zone. Keeps having a tough time getting out of the zone this time, but they do. Now Reynolds got that out cleanly, but it is cleared away.
Look at the race here. Gyro, he's trying to get to the ball way too fast. That's a big demo. Reynolds 1v3. He stops one. Chicago waiting, but he waits too long. Gyro able to come back in and make a save. That was incredible from Reynolds right in front of his own net. Perfect touch from him. He keeps his team alive.
Reynolds has that one pop away from him. JNaps couldn't get the redirect, and back in it goes. By all rights, G2 should have won that series right there about a minute ago after that demo with the ball right on the goal line, but what a save it was, as you mentioned, by Reynolds. Missed now. Needs a power clear. Instead, it's Rizzo coming on. Another ball looking to go to the center. JNaps tees it up for Chicago. He let it go, and JNaps let a shot rip. That was blocked by Gyro.
They have to get in front of that ball. They cannot afford to let anything like that happen again. JNaps will put that in next time. Going towards 5 minutes of OT here between Peeps and G2. And G2, they can't find the shot they need. Peeps looking for something, but Rizzo will get a clear.
Well, this is down in front, but nobody in front of the net for G2. And so the Peeps get away with one again, but it's getting real dangerous. we've played an extra game's worth of overtime. We've already had almost 10 minutes in a single game over on the main stage. Now Chicago tracking this ball. It is off the corner. It is juicy there for JNaps, but Mist makes another save.
At this point for G2, a little bit worried. They're putting a lot of focus here on the offensive pressure. JNaps putting a lot of shots on, but it's got to be frustrating. He's 1 for 9 right now. He can't buy a goal. And what is this? It's close. There's a chance for Peeps. They're trying to keep this one in. Gyro! It's blocked by Chicago. Peeps can't get a goal either. It'll be cleared by JNaps.
As close as G2 has come on so many occasions, finally the Peeps get a near miss on the other side of the field. But G2 up to the task. What a play by Chicago. Now he's got to scramble back as that's popped up by Reynolds. Gyro will just have to back away from the play, and Mist will watch as JNaps just skies that in the air. This ball's not really going anywhere from G2, and so Reynolds can come up. I wonder if G2 is baiting them. Careful what you wish for. Mist, shot high. Gyro to win it. It's on the line. Reynolds can't convert, and Mist doesn't get there either. Another near miss, and G2 get away.
They just barely get away with this one. Reynolds looking for another shot. It'll go bar down and miss. He will keep the Peeps alive as we go into a game 5.
Unreal. As many times as both teams should have ended this game, G2 should have ended this series. The own goal doesn't come back to haunt the Peeps, and they survive to face game 5.
The Peeps put everything out there on the field, but there was so much pressure from G2. It was a winner losers bracket situation there from the Peeps. That is a big win from them. They played that 6+ minute OT. They got a lot of energy coming into this next one after that win. This one, like I said, I didn't think G2 would get rattled after this game, but now, compared to that OT, this is a neutral playground between these two.
No matter how good you are, no matter how conditioned you are as a professional, eventually the thought does have to enter your mind. What do we have to do to get rid of these guys? And the Peeps have hung around and hung around all series long. They have forced game 5 after 29 shots between the two teams in a wild back and forth 4th game. And now the Peeps have quite a bit of momentum. Mist has come alive in the second half of the series, by the way, Daz. He went the first couple of games, complete crickets from him. He has 3 goals since, including that game winner.
That entire team is on form right now. They're playing the best Rocket League I've seen them play in a long time. This roster, this is the peak of this roster at this very moment. Taking G2 to game 5 in the DreamHack Montreal day 2. And they are looking to see if they can close out the series. Both teams giving it their all as we get game 5 underway.
Mist trying to get around Chicago as the teams mentally reset after what had to be a mentally draining overtime. JNaps is up for this. Rizzo, tough angle, can't convert, and Mist will send it away. Mist has no boost to jump out for this, and he's just shadowing the play. He does take the boost out of the G2 end, but at what cost? Reynolds will send it away here, and he does have a man downfield, but JNaps intercepts.
This is a slow start to this game. Missed a good shot on. Peeps still trying to move that energy forward from last game. They have the confidence and they have the time. They just have to really get set up on offense. Respect G2 on their end because these guys are still a dangerous threat when they get comfortable.
Gyro thought about going up for this. Mist called him off. Now Gyro will come on, but it's Chicago who makes the save. Quick counterattack opportunity for G2. Rizzo can hang around to the play. So can Chicago, but he doesn't get the shot on. Now Rizzo over top of Gyro, bullies his way through. This will drop straight down, and it's in! And looks like another own goal.
Looks like that's an own goal by Mist. Gyro looking for the challenge in this ball. Very tough to read for everyone who goes up for it. It is going to be an own goal there. by the Peeps. Not the best way to start this one off.
They had an own goal last game as well that they won in a 6-minute overtime. It is Rizzo up high. Another drop straight down, but this one is dealt with by the Peeps, at least for now. Jane Apps thought he found a seam, but it wasn't on target. Gyro for Reynolds. Can he make the turn? No. Jane Apps makes the clear. It is only missed at the back. Gyro coming straight down the middle. Mist makes one save. Makes another save. Somebody else has to get to this one. And instead, Old Ironsides comes to the rescue.
Not able to get that offensive accuracy on for G2. This does not look good for them. Peeps on the offense. Double commit in front of the box. They could set something up, but they don't want to risk it. They'll take this one back from their own end.
Mist will float it downfield in the general direction of Gyro, but another quick counterattack from G2, and again they hit the framework. Chicago
G2
directing this towards the net, and that is trouble. Another ball in front from Rizzo, and J-Naps blocked by Gyro.
Good block from Gyro. G2 just hammering the ball, not really paying any attention to the placement. They desperately so want another goal here. A 2-goal lead would be very big for them, but the Peeps holding on. They got the offensive pressure, looking for something off the back wall. Gyro remains patient. He'll have to stop Chicago here.
Oh, what a dunk by Chicago!
Like I said, he had to stop him here. He goes to get the mid boost, and he jumps, gets a touch. Chicago reads it all day long. Forces that one into the net. G2, that's going to be a big goal for them. 1 minute and 52 seconds left in Game 5.
G2 doing what they could not in games.
Minute and 36 here. Missed. We're going to see what he can do. This ball will be Chicago now. Booming downfield. Gyro will take it up off the midfield. J-Naps will clear that one off the side. And the way we're looking at the Peeps right now with 1 minute left in Game 5, they are not doing so good. The net almost wide open. Chicago couldn't get there in time. It'll be a save in front. The demos are still coming through. Peeps have to get this cleared out from their corner. They do it with the touch from Gyro, and Reynolds will play this on.
This will be sent all the way across now. Reynolds, time not on the side of the Peeps. And again, G2 doing what they could not, as I was going to say, in games 3 and 4, prevent the Peeps from hanging around. This is a last-ditch effort for the Peeps, just to give themselves a chance with time remaining. A bunch of interference in front, but the ball never got anywhere near the goal. 15 seconds remain. And Gyro looking one more time. Misses high. And that is going to spell the end for the Peeps in the upper bracket. They will drop to the losers bracket, and G2 is one series away from making the final day of DreamHack.
Not sure if that's how they wanted to start their day 2. Stacks going 5 games versus the Peeps, but regardless of that, the Peeps showed up when they needed to.